Alright, the chat is up. Photoshop is ready. Cool. Alright, hello to anyone and everyone who may be watching right now. Sorry for the delayed start. Been testing a few things out, making sure everything works. Currently, music is up in the background. I know it's very hard to hear, but I do that because I still do not yet have a working mic, but that will be changed in the future. I'm still saving up, so hang tight. I appreciate all your support. And in the meantime, I ran a poll a little bit earlier today on Instagram in which I asked all my followers to tell me whether or not they wanted to see more Danny Phantom or something new. And I was thinking I was kind of in the mood to draw some Scooby-Doo, so I'm going to check the results of my poll real quick. It looks like we have a pretty good ratio. Fair number of people voted, more than I expected, which is great. Looks like we are doing some Scooby-Doo stuff by a 60-40 ratio. That's not too bad, actually. I've already got a few things started. This one right here I'm going to show you first is an old picture that I did back about a year ago now. I think it's just over a year. I was living in Burbank at the time when I was working on this, and I had just learned how to use the pen tool and the freeform tools, so all that fun stuff. I went ahead and refurbished this color palette a little bit to apply it to a new image that I made just a couple of months back, and this is what I was working on a little earlier just to make sure Photoshop was up and running. Bam. Now I know this is what you're thinking. It's probably a little different than what you're expecting. And you know what? That's good. I will admit it, I have a little bit of a crush on Shaggy. I always have, ever since I was a kid and I first watched Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. So, needless to say, you can kind of see there's a little bit of love here and a lot of fine-tuned detailing. I'm going to do a quick zoom in for you. As you can see, I've got my whole color key up and everything. I haven't got any of the shading in just yet, aside from the primary colors like right here. But I will be doing that a little bit later. Maybe not for this video, but for a future video, definitely. If you're interested in seeing that, let me know. But in the meantime, I've done a lot of work just getting all the fine-tuned line art. A lot of the fun of this one, as opposed to the Danny Phantom stuff I do, is that I actually let myself just be a little bit looser, a little more free with the lines. And with the Danny Phantom stuff, it's very geometric. Everything's very precise. This one I have a little more freedom to kind of move around and play with, especially because he's got a lot of fur and hair. Especially, I just love the chin hair. One of my favorites. But yeah, overall, this is one thing that I was working on a little earlier. So I will be posting that as soon as I finish all the shading. In the meantime, that brings us to another question. I have a couple different images that I want to play around with and maybe color tonight. I'm looking for a little help from my chat group if they're willing to help me out. Alright, so a couple of ideas I have. This is all I have scanned at the moment. I will be working on more in the future, don't worry. But these were another set of older sketches from 2016 that I was thinking of maybe doing some coloring. Probably fix the eye over here a little bit. Just bring it in a little closer. But these were just expressions. I wanted to color them just as like flat things. Just to coincide with some other things I was working on back then. Another option I have available tonight is the first one of a pup named Scooby-Doo, in which we have Shaggy and Scooby in what is revealed later to be a dream setting by Scooby. So I'm not going to go too further into detail about that, but just long story short, this is supposed to be one little panel for a sequence, the likes of which are a little more interesting. This is just a good starter. So if this is a good one, I'll do that one as well. Otherwise, I have a totally random one. This kid is one of the background characters from one of the older Scooby-Doo movies. I don't know, there was something about this kid that struck me. I think it's because he reminded me of a different character from a different Hanna-Barbera project, and I thought, well, they're kind of correlated, I bet. So it'd be nice to color this one too. I've got some old reference from a terrible quality screenshot. Let me know what you're thinking. So the options again, bam, bam, bam. So I'll give it until 7:15 just to see if anyone's out there and willing to give me a hit up. And you don't have to respond in the chat, by the way. You can respond on Instagram, too. I've got my phone right next to me. All right, so I'm going to wait until 7:15 to see if there's any results going on. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes. Got some feedback. Looks like a couple of you wanted to see me work on this one right here. I think it'll be good to work with the stationery. just the simple profile side view. I'll go ahead and open up one of my color guides. This is another one I did from the same batch from back in the day, but I'm going to use these colors as my reference point. Looks like I don't have any colored outlines, which is great. Means I can just work with black. All right, with that, let's get started.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now.
It's not the same kind of sound. It's not the same kind of sound.
Okay, Scoop, let's get with it. Looks like we've got another mystery on our hands. We'll split up. I'll take the girls this way. Yeah, I know, and Scooby and me'll go the other way. A clue! A clue! Hey, Scooby's found a clue! Here's a Scooby snack, Scoob. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, that's it. Let's go.
I think it's groovy. I think it's groovy. I think it's groovy. Groovy, guys, really. I think it's groovy. I think it's groovy.
You said it once, you can say it again.
Groovy, guys, really.
This is a groovy dance floor, isn't it, Velma?
Yeah, well, why don't you try dancing on it instead of my feet? Oh no, he's losing control. 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 Just bang on the floor.
Hey!
Hey, Scooby, I found the xylophone.
Shaggy, get a hold of yourself.
Come on, Shag, let's dance.
Let's go.
Wait a minute. I think I found a clue.
Like nothing could get him into that creepy place.
Not even a Scooby snack?
Well, almost. Go, Scooby, go!
You know we got a mystery to solve, so Scooby-Doo, be ready for your act. Don't hold back. And Scooby-Doo, if you come through, you're gonna have yourself a Scooby snack.
A Scooby snack? Hey, Scoob, pick up the beat.
I'm thinking this mystery is pretty close to being solved.
Oh no, he's losing control.
I'm gonna cast a spell on you. You're gonna do what I want you to. Mix it up here in my little bowl. Say a few words and you lose control. I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. I'm gonna put a spell on you. I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. Put a spell on you. I'm a hex girl. I'm a hex
Alright, that wasn't too bad. It was like less than an hour to get that entirely done, so that was easy. And now we can do the fun part, which is the shading. Wish me luck.
To you in the darkness, there's so much I want to do, and tonight I want to lay it at your feet, 'cause girl, I was made for you, and girl, you were made for me.
Alright, it's 8:30 now, so I think I'm gonna call this one done. Wasn't exactly as good as the first, I don't think. At least not for my standards. But, big deal. This was an older sketch. I just really wanted to get it colored and out of the way. So, if you like what I do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, either to my YouTube channel, to my Twitch stream, or both, ideally both. And hit me up anytime. See what else is new, and keep following to see what else comes out of this. Thanks so much. Have a great night. I love all y'all.
Say goodbye, did you talk?
Many times we've made our peace. This is love, I'll never give you up.